It is. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
I'm wonderful, wonderful, wonderful all the time.
Thank you
Wonderful.
for having me on.
Hey, it's good to have you, beautiful sister. What's going on? We never met, have we? We never met.
No, I actually we never met. I think one time I seen you, and that was in 2021. I had went to Atlanta, and Secret was having something at Alter Candy.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
One
yeah, yeah.
one time, that was like really my first time, like coming out around everybody. And I saw you that one time, but I'm familiar with your work, and I know who you are, and my divine masculine knows who you are. I've been learning about you from him since for
Where,
a
where,
very long time, for
where y'all
years.
from? Where y'all from? Where y'all from originally?
So, so I am West African and Portuguese, and my family is from Cabo Verde, but
Okay.
I've been here. Um, and my dad is Congo and Nigerian and Cherokee Indian. But we were in Connecticut, and now we're in Charlotte. But I'm moving to Atlanta in June because I went to school in Atlanta. All my uncles are there.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. I just moved out here probably a couple of years ago, but yeah, New York, of course, family from out of Ghana, Nigeria, and Jamaica and Cuba. So it's a whole thing, right into this
I
whole
love
thing.
it.
So I got a whole. So I'm not gonna keep you all that long because I do have a funeral to watch. A friend of mine's passed, but and I'm
Oh,
glad he's
sorry
one
for
of
your
my.
loss.
Yes, he was one of my people that was a PR person that taught me how to do PR, and he was a photojournalist back in the day. He passed at 80 years of age, so he lived a life.
You look.
Uh, you know, first of all, you got an event coming up on September the 19th. What is that all about, family, and why do you call it the evolution? You know what I'm saying?
Yes. So I'm glad you asked.
Me too.
So transparency, right? So I'm a Virgo, August 29th with an Aries moon.
Oh, yeah, Michael
So
Jackson's birthday. Michael Jackson's birthday. Okay, Michael
with
Jackson.
yep,
Okay.
with an air with and my moon sign is Aries.
Oh
Okay.
wow. Oh, oh, have
Right.
mercy. That's beautiful. Beautiful. I tell people, people might cringe, but no, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful
It's
thing.
beautiful. It's beautiful. But you're getting ready to see it now. So a
Right.
moment of transparency, I like to address like the elephants in the room, right? So evolution came about because when I initially got into a space where I wanted to, introduce my energy to the community,
Mhm.
um, I recognize there's things that we don't talk about in our community, like the separation and the division between us, amongst us, right? It's like we know it's there, but we don't talk about it.
Right.
And the alpha tribalism. Okay. So I came out and I'm so eager and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna meet all these people and I'm gonna do all these things and everybody's gonna love me, right? And then I come out and I'm like,
Not the way.
oh,
That's not the case.
that was not the case. That was
I,
not the case.
I know how that
It
works.
actually was giving the fraternity, and I was getting hazed. I was a new pledge.
Mm.
Okay, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But when
Hmm.
I recognized that I was still healing from wanting to be a part of something because I had the abandonment issues from when I was a child, okay?
Right. Right.
So I recognized that I was seeking too much validation outside of myself. And I recognized that the guru that I seeked was within me. So I said, okay, Most High, so what you want to do with me? And the message was, you are going to cultivate and create a space where everyone can network, where it's about fellowship and not followers, where it's about authenticity and not aesthetic.
Right.
And so hence became the evolution. So the first year I did it was I believe it was 2022, was here in Charlotte. I used to have a store. I had a herbal botanica store for like 2 years out
My my
here.
my ex-wife lives in Charlotte. She's on Betty Ford. She runs the All Eyes on Egypt.
Oh wow, I'm familiar with that. Okay, okay. So so the first one, we did it in the store. I'm telling you, King Sound, we moved all the racks out the way, took all the stuff off the walls. I'm telling you, it was like, and it was in this little, about the size of this, like
Right.
not big at all, right?
That's right.
So I had the evolution. I pulled it off at that time, King Simon. I was still, my inner child was still wounded. Like I was kind of scared to show myself to people. So it's time for me to talk. I get on the mic and start crying. But that was the first year. Then the second year I did it in Atlanta, which was last year, and then this year is the third year. And what I noticed is that it did bring the people together. Okay, and
Right.
I am a nurturer.
Right.
With that
Okay.
Cancer Venus, with that Virgo Sun and that Aries Moon, it's like I am a warrior, nurturer, warrior goddess. Okay, and I'm always going to speak my mind respectfully. I'm always going to create space for people who feel like they don't fit in. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? And
mm,
it's not necessarily that they don't, right?
mm.
That's just something that they're feeling. It's their perception.
Right.
Maybe, the way people receive them makes them feel like they're not accepted. But when really, in all actuality, the other people ain't that they acting funny or that they don't like you. They just got to get to know you. It's energy. They got to feel you out, because
Right.
people protect their energetic auras. So people
Exactly.
not just going to let you in just because you think that you got what it takes. That don't mean that you do, because there's some vets out here that need to size you up, because that's how it go, right? That's how it go.
I mean, because
The tribalism.
it's become a very distrustful community
Yes.
because of people doing too many things behind the scene, and that's why I said on one podcast, I wish I would have went into investigation first, and then I would be able, because I've been in the quote unquote movement since I was 14. So I've watched all the ups and downs in and out. I got Virgo placement twice in my chart, so I know why I can analyze certain things, especially when it deals with weird and unusual things, or especially when it deals with dark side stuff. I can do because I'm dealing with Pluto and Uranus in Virgo, so I got both of those sides on me,
Ooh.
and I'm Aquarius and a Scorpion moon. So I see where a lot of other things, I got a whole lot of
Yeah, you're
intuitive.
like on that axis. That's
Yeah, I got
like that
it all. So,
Aquarius
yeah,
and that
Aquarius.
Scorpio moon.
Yeah. Aquarius, Mercury, Aquarius Sun. Okay, Uranus in Virgo, Neptune in Virgo. I got a whole lot of stuff. Ascended in Taurus. It's all good stuff.
Yeah,
All
my
interesting.
not to cut your wisdom, but my south node is in Aquarius and my north node is in Leo.
Oh,
And
there it
yeah,
is.
my number is 11.
Yeah, no. I know when you said
You
29,
know that.
I've been talking about Michael Jackson for years. So, and all the people that's born are there at 29. So, so I'm glad that you said what you had to say, because one thing people born under your frequency have to be able to recognize that not everybody's going to be your friend. Not everybody's going to accept you immediately. And because you're born on that 2911 frequency, you gotta you gotta create the portal, because 11 is the portal, but 29 and 11 have their own distinct meaning in numerology. It's not the same. People like to break it all down. All of them have they then 11 equals 2. It breaks down to a 2. It all have their 2. So when I even do a chart for somebody, I say, look, I look at 29, 11, and 2, and I look at the month you're born, the year you're born, and all the other things and what they all add, because that's a holistic method that Dr. Africa taught me to do and taught me to look at. And so it's very important that, when you said what you said and you didn't see everybody receive you a certain way, that was your lesson to manifest the blessing later on. Because now everybody know that you're real about it, and you're a nurse, so
I
that's
am.
natural. I grew up with nurses, like I told you. I grew up with nurses and midwife all my life, and I know the hours that y'all put in
I'm a
watching.
nurse. Yep, and a herbalist as well. Like
See,
certified. Yes. Yes.
exactly. So
Yes.
and that's why I tell people to study. Like nurses, I always tell them study Dr. Africa because he was a military nurse. A lot of people don't know he was a military nurse and then came into this. You know what I'm saying? So that
Yeah.
he wrote from that angle, and that's how to transition from the allopathic to the homeopathic to
On to
the
the homeopathy.
naturopathic. That's how he wrote his books. So in this new evolution that's growing now, where do you see it going in the next 10 to 20 years? And do you see yourself doing a whole big tour or doing a big forum like what Earn Your Leisure is doing? What you see for it?
So it's funny you said that, because originally, yes, the mission is for it to become a weekend festival where people
Right,
can come in from all over and they
right.
can experience each other, right? So it's like
Mm,
get a bunch of our people from all different walks of life, from all different parts of the world, we come together and we learn and teach,
mm,
and we deal with accountability
right,
within ourselves. So yes, the goal is for it to grow into a weekend festival. And
right.
when you say where do I see it in 10 years, I actually wanted to turn into a like a nonprofit to raise money for cancer and HIV patients. I lost my
Mm.
dad when I was 11 years old.
Wow.
You know, I'm
Wow.
an 80s baby, so
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah.
he was the heroin,
Yeah. Right.
and he got sick, and so on and so forth, and
Mm-hmm.
we were very close. He was an
Mm.
Aries, and he was very nurturing and loving and kind to me.
Right, 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 right.
And you
Those.
know, because I had the mother wound,
Yes.
so with my dad being the nurturer, to lose him was to lose a part of myself,
Sure,
literally.
sure.
So yes, I want to help families with cancer and that are suffering from issues with cancer and HIV who can't afford their medication, raise some money so that I can donate it to them. Like, hey, okay, they can't afford 100% of their medication. Well, I'll cover 50,
Right,
you
right.
know. And the cancer being that my brother was born with a rare cancer and he died at 7. And now my
Mm.
mom is suffering from it as well. So for
Mm.
me, it's just all about giving back to the community, but not in a way where it's like I'm not looking for anything. It's not coming from an egotistical place.
Right, right, right.
It's really all about being the transmutation of energy. Like I am a catalyst for healing on all aspects,
Right,
you
right, right,
know, and
right.
that's why I'm here.
No,
That's
and
why.
and of course, people born on the 29th are supposed to do exactly. Michael Jackson was. Oprah Winfrey in her own way was. You should link up with Dr. Sabi's wife who started that fig tree journey. She's born on the 29th also of January. That's a healer, and they cured cancer and did a lot of things with that
Hmm.
stuff and back together 40 years ago, 40, 50 years ago. So those are people. I'll text you their number and her website or to connect with her, and you just
And
tell
I
them that King Simon sent you. You tell her King
tell
Simon.
tell her
Yeah.
Unc sent me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm her big, I'm a little son. I'm one of her little sons. So, they always helped me since the 80s. And matter of fact,
Wow.
my eye issues, Dr. Sabi, Dr. Africa, them the one that helped me reverse that to a point. I don't wear glasses, only wear like blue blockers to block out, but I don't wear glasses since the late 80s because of them reversing and showing me how to reverse the effect. Eating habits had to
Hmm.
change. And
I
that's
have
all.
so not to cut you with, but I have so much respect for that movement. And again, when I learned a lot of things when I was younger, from my dad and his brothers, teaching me about, the son of Ham and all those things when I was a
Yeah.
kid. Remember the
Right.
books they used to have
Of
back
course.
then?
I got a whole bunch of books. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Which book you
Well,
talking? Not that.
I remember when I was a little girl, my uncle gave me a book. It was called The Son of Ham.
That's Imam Isa's book, Dr. York. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, Dr. York.
I was in that community, so I know I was not in Nuwapi, I was more the Ansar, the Muslim. So yeah, we was in the 80s heavy throughout New York, Connecticut, because I've been in Connecticut I've been
Yes.
to, yes, I was in, but yeah, so I understand what you was getting at your
Yeah,
second.
I was exposed to the truth and the light at a very young age. However, the consistency dissipated when my
Okay.
dad passed away.
Yeah.
And then the Most High sent me a best friend that I didn't know that I would end up. He would be my divine masculine, and he taught me so many things, so many
Mm.
things, and
So, so big ups to him. I don't know who he is, but big ups to him. He may know me. I don't know them,
he
but
does know you. He actually, I don't know if you, him and Madonna, they interviewed 19 Keys.
oh yeah, 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 yeah. I watched that recently. I didn't
Yes,
know exactly who he was. I knew who Madonna was, but I didn't know
yes,
exactly who we probably met before a few times or one or time.
that's him.
I meet so many people, it's crazy. So but I know Madonna because Madonna's the one that connected us together to do this, to come
I
on
love
and
Madonna. I have so
yeah.
much respect for that woman.
She born on the 29th too, so go ahead. That's what she born. Yeah, she born May 29 on March 20. Yeah, March or May. But who's going to be some of the performers? Because I want to make sure everybody get that. And
Okay,
please
so
tap into our Instagram and go to a link. That's where the Eventbrite is on a link right now. So go to Instagram and tap in. Go ahead. Tell them what.
yes, guys, tap into the link.
Yeah,
So we got Lava performing, we got Free Soul, we got Soleil, the
yeah.
iconic, legendary
Yeah,
Soleil.
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
who really inspires me. I mean, when I was a
Yeah.
young teenager, she
Yeah.
was in the secular music,
That's
right?
right.
And then she went through this spiritual awakening, this transformation, and then she just like, oh my God, like it leaves me speechless, like a lotus flower. She just transformed into something like just I don't even know how to explain it, but it was in alignment with what I wanted to do for myself. So to see her do it and for her to be a part of the show is like such a blessing this year. So yeah, like I said, we got Lava, Free Soul, we got Soleil, we got Kamal Speaks, the international poet.
I know.
Uh we got who else we got? We got Secret. Now let me tell you something. I know you know who Secret is.
What's
Well,
my guess?
Secret been working on some music in the behind the scenes.
I didn't know she went that way. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, yes. And she's dropping her new song on the Evolution stage this year. So Sacred Seeker and Richie Moon from the Richie Moon Show will be hosting.
Right.
And then we have Cleo the Fox. She is a saxophonist. Are you familiar with her?
Yeah, I know. I know. I've seen at the reggae events in New York and all that because I've seen it. I've seen it another time at I think another performance at a few reggae shows because I'm part of the Caribbean community heavy, so I know a lot. When she was playing the sax at a place in Miami, then played it in Brooklyn recently, I knew everybody in the audience. I was watching it on television because I'm in Atlanta now, so that's why. But yeah, I know who she is. Yeah, I know she's doing her thing.
So,
My aunt was a saxophonist back in Jamaica, and so was my cousin. And one of my uncle, my cousin, and my second cousin on my mother's side, my mother's first cousin, he was the founder of the Scatterlights in Jamaica. So he played the horn. So I grew up with a lot of musical people around myself. So there, every time I hear a sax or a trumpet, I'm reminded of my family. Going back into that time. So that's a beautiful thing. I'm glad she's gonna come out and serenade us with the music.
yeah.
I might even have her in the background while I'm talking numbers. Let her go ahead and get in.
Oh yes,
I
yes.
know
That's
how to
right.
make
You
it.
better talk about it. That gonna be amazing. And we got some surprises. I can't say it, but just know the evolution is like being in the living room back in the day at your grandma house on a holiday. You don't know never who gonna you don't never know who gonna pop up.
Exactly. You never know who's gonna pop up. Yeah, I'm gonna be there, family. We're gonna have a good time. I'm gonna rebroadcast this on YouTube at 12 o'clock. So my Facebook and YouTube family can get it with the link in the description and everybody be able to see it. But sister, other than that, I know there's gonna be food there. I know Sister Peace is gonna be passing through with some food. I
Yeah,
think she's
so we're
coming.
gonna have vendors. We're gonna have athletics,
Yeah, I
right?
like my brother,
We're
yeah.
gonna have I'm getting ready to do a post after I get off with you with like all the vendors. But Madonna is the event coordinator, so a lot of that information, she
Yeah,
has it. I pretty much just she that's the mistress of
yeah.
ceremonies. And
I'll be
I
there
tell
too. I'll be
yeah,
vending too, family. Not to,
yeah,
not to
you're
put
gonna be vending. I'm
yeah.
so happy to have you there because I'm definitely getting a reading from you.
Yeah, I'm doing 10-minute quickies,
So
although I don't like to do quickies in the midst of too much noise. But those 10-minute ones, people get to record it, and I delve in directly to where you want to go right immediately. But I tell people do the intimate ones, the 30 minutes and the 60-minute, because then I can cover a lot of ground. But
yes.
if people
Well
want the
let me
quickies, I'm gonna do the 10-minute one. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, let me share something with you. The venue that we have, there will be space there for you if you decide to get one of the readings where you need a more private
Okay,
setting.
good.
Yes, there's a special room. I'm
Mhm.
calling it the sanctuary room.
Okay.
Okay, where you can go and get away from the noise if you end up getting somebody that comes through and they want to do them 30 minutes. Okay.
Right, right. If they want to pay that, right. The frank
Yes.
said, that's good. That's
So
good.
you
Thank
will
you.
have that available to you.
That's
Okay.
good. That should be fun, and I'm happy that. And I don't know, I don't know. I know it starts at 8, going till 12. So but I know I talked to Professor Griff, so I know he's gonna blast through to watch his wife back. So me and him was talking. That's my
What
boy,
a blessing.
my
And
brother.
this is like when I tell you the Most High done, these is things I used to dream about as a little girl. And now it's like I'm looking around and it's like, it's like, oh my goodness, this is like all tribe. Like everybody's around me, I would have just, it's like a dream come true to have that much knowledge and power in the same space, all coexisting together without opposition being present. You know, I don't, the
Me and Griff,
ego.
me and Griff go back in the Nation of Islam to '89. I was in the Nation. Him and I was in the Nation back in '89, early '90s. We was there together, so I know
I've did some research.
we got
I know y'all like brothers, and I know you've been
yeah,
doing the work
we've been
for
tapped
all
in
your
for a long
life,
time.
all
Oh
your
yeah,
life.
all my life, yeah, and and that's why. So I guess that's why people have. I've seen the changes in people. Is not. Um, it's there, but it's not as there as it used to be. Live for and by one another. More people want to be to themselves. More people are analyzing, probably using some Virgo with them, analyzing more of what's going on and analyzing people that come into space. They're quick to jump and call people agents and all that when it's very, and that could be very, very sad when a lot of us joined organization because in our heart we believed in that 144,000 or believed in everybody really coming together.
Mhm.
But was it Dr. Clark that said it at a lecture, or Bobby Hemmett said it. Bobby Hemmett said, we did all of that already. We did that thousands and thousands of years prior to European coming to the framework of distracting and destroying. This is their
Mm.
time now, but it's about to fall off. It's falling off
Right.
again. So more than likely, and Bobby said more than likely, we already won. It's just more working in the spirit realm and knowing how to balance the spirit with the physical while we're here doing what we got to do. So family, don't get, like I said earlier before she came on, don't get caught up in the distractions. Be willing to look beyond the distractions and make sure you look at the attraction of who you are to the higher power of the universe, whether you're using astrology, numerology, or just using any sacred science, even if you're using religion. If you know how to use it from a metaphysical perspective, oh, you're all right in religion. Stay right there. If that was make you better, stay your backside right there in Hebrew, Islam, or stay right there. But make sure you are
Appreciate.
willing, open to exhibit all to make yourself a better person. And that's what I'm about. So I'm glad that you're going to be putting on that and tell the people where it's going to be at and what time it started. Tell them all.
Okay, so the Evolution ATL, you guys, 919. It starts at 8 p.m. We are going to be in East Point, Georgia. I believe the address is on the flyer.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
flyer's on my story. It's on my page. The
It's
flyer's on.
let me say the fly. I got it right in front of me. 20 West Entertainment Studios and Event Space over there at 1453 Cleveland Avenue, East Point, Georgia. We'll be there. Eventbrite is on her Instagram. Make sure you support through her Eventbrite. Lock in and come on out. We want to get those tickets popping up.
All
It's
right, come
for a
outside.
good reason. It's for a good reason. Again, it's the Evolution. It's a cosmic Virgo bash, and
Woo,
it's going to be
Virgos,
beautiful.
Virgos.
It's gonna be cosmically beautiful, family. So come on out
Yes.
and enjoy. Any last words for the family?
Yeah, so remember what I said, family. We focusing on fellowship and not followers. Authenticity and not aesthetics, okay? And if you are not able to get a ticket on Eventbrite, we will have tickets at the door, okay? So
Walk up.
you still could come through, all right? Don't sell yourself short. Like King Simon said, be there or what you say?
Be square and be a
There you go.
well-rounded person. Because I used to promote for SOBs and different things in Connecticut. Matter of fact, I used to do shows at Hartford, Connecticut years ago. And that's funny because the door sales is very important too, as much as the ticket. So usually once you get a certain amount of tickets, you could expect at least half or more of that to come in through the door. Always expect those unexpected numbers to come in. I've sold shows out at Urban Plaza at Palladium in New York, and boom, you have half already sold, and then by the time the door come in, there's a line outside, people paying for the tickets outside. That's just
That's
how
what
you
happened last year. That's what happened last year.
exactly.
Madonna had to turn people away. It was like the last minute. It just
Damn. It was in Georgia too.
yeah, it was in Atlanta at the Sadiq's Bistro last year.
Oh, at Sadiq's, yeah. I was probably out of town. If it was around September, because I usually go.
It
To New York.
was. You
I usually
were
go. I
out
was
of
supposed to go
town.
to New York, but they canceled the event in New York. I was supposed to go to New York the day after y'all. So, but they canceled the event, so I might go down there end of the month. But yeah, I usually go to New York for events. So I probably wasn't be able to get there. But Sadiq, I know who Sadiq is. So big up to Madonna and her working with Sadiq. And thank you very much, my sister, for coming on
Thank you
and
for having me.
spreading that Virgo love. And tell your King man I said my greetings. And I hope everything. I'll see y'all. I'll see y'all there, man. And I'm going to be uploading this in a few seconds to my YouTube
Okay.
and my Facebook channel. Okay.
Okay. All
All right.
right. Thank you.
Peace and blessings. Take
Peace.
care. All right. That's our sister, man. Want to thank her for coming on and spreading her love the way she know how, the way Michael Jackson, and she would know how. You know, a lot of people don't know Michael Jackson saved my life during the 80s with that song Man in the Mirror. That really helped me to think on how I should move and why I even made a move outside of the community when I was in the Ansar community years ago. That Man in the Mirror really struck. I remember where I was at too, in Cleveland, Ohio, 1987, 86, 87, because that song came out around there. And that song, I played it in a jukebox as I was going around selling incense and oils and books. And I felt a certain form of despair just come on me. And then I went to this bar to go and sell these incense to people and books. And then I went over to the play and played Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson, born August the 29th, the same day as our sister. And that really touched my soul. And that my mind said, I got something else to do. I can't stay here and do this all my life. So that 29, that Virgo energy helps you to wake up and analyze your life on another and deeper level. So thank you to the energy of Michael Jackson. Thank you to our sister that came up, born the same day as Michael Jackson. So I know what we do at that place is going to be hardcore. It's going to be beautiful. I got a special treat for people on that stage as I get busy and do what I do with the numbers. I'm going to have a good time, and it's going to be very monumental. All right. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening. I'll be putting this up on YouTube, and you'll see all the flyers and all that. And remember, my YouTube channel is King Simon KSPTV Media. I'm going to pin that back on the chat right now. Let me see if I can pin that to the chat right now. So y'all can go to the YouTube channel, and in the description, I will have the link to the Eventbrite. All right, take care. Peace and love. One love.